Our species can only survive if we have obstacles to overcome. You remove those obstacles. Without them to strengthen us, we will weaken and die. Ladies and gentlemen, wise words by Captain James T. Kirk lead us forward and ever onwards into new adventures in Star Trek in Stellaris. Thank you very much for joining me, and let's begin. So, today, the NX class flagship Enterprise, which is still an NX class. They didn't upgrade it to a Columbia. It still looks like an NX class as well. I think the upgrade from this is the upgrade of the actual hull of the ship goes from the NX class to the original series immediately, pretty much, if that makes sense. Like it's a sudden jump from one to the other. I think, at least. Okay, anyways. I don't think that there's anything in between the two, is what I mean. But, regardless, knowledge sharing is done. Our hosts are thrilled with our attendance, and they offered us a small reward as a token, so we get something of those. It is a pretty small reward, but, you know, it's free, so you can't exactly complain, can you? Okay, what's the Enterprise going to do next, is the question, I think. On everyone's minds right now. Well, not really, but certainly on the minds of the crew. The Cardassians have, I think, won their war, but not by much. But they have won it, which is good. And like I said, I want them to get a bit stronger so that the fighting will be ever so slightly more interesting. And I think the Enterprise now can go down here and survey these systems. It is a mighty fast ship, and I want to keep it within reach of the Romulans. And I just realized I can declare a war of vengeance on the Romulans. What does that mean? I don't know. But I'm kind of all for it, especially considering my new ships are just around the corner. No? Obviously, Pac-led clan groups. Okay. Peace be with you, Pac-led. There was a quote about ugliness from without and within. I think that might apply a bit too much to that species, if I may say so. The risk of sounding rude. Okay, tell you what though. I decided that in order to get those canon wars, quote unquote, and force the AI to attack me and stuff, I'm gonna have to start the wars myself, unfortunately. See, the problem with the AI in general is that it really isn't that aggressive in this game. But it has to be this level of aggressive, and it's recommended that you keep the aggression at the level that I'm playing on currently. The reason for that is, if the AI gets too gun-ho, there's an opposite problem in that by the time you discover some of the more remote parts of space, it'll be so vastly different to what you find in the universe that you wouldn't really be playing Star Trek anymore. I mean, imagine the Klingons were more aggressive than they currently are. I mean, currently they're aggressive, but imagine that they were more aggressive. They would take over the Son, the Holy Order over here, maybe even the Norsicans and the Suliban, and you would never get to meet the Suliban, because they would just die. You know, you just lose some of the diversity, the roleplay, and the adventure that you get from playing this mod. If you make it a little bit, you know, difficult, I guess, in that sense. But not even difficult. I mean, the aggressiveness of war doesn't necessarily equate to them being stronger at the end, so, you know, I guess we'll see, it all depends, but at the same time, it's a little bit still in the air, let's say. Let's call it like that. Okay, the Xindi Council has finally decided to start expanding, and I congratulate them on this idea and on this decision. And as a result, I would like to start improving relations with them. They are slaving despots still, but that's okay. You know what? We can learn to coexist with slaving despots. It's kind of the tolerance paradox, right? The more tolerant you are, that's supposedly good, and you know, the better and the more moral a person you are. But then what happens when you're so tolerant that you no longer tolerate intolerance? You know, it's like, then you know, it's a paradox. Like, well, what now? Like, yeah, I'm tolerant, but nobody else is, and then what does that make me? You know, it's kind of like that. I mean, the Federation has to deal with that as well, and has to set some principles because of this. But okay, Saurians, Delta Union. And the Trill administration. Who do I want to get on board?
To learn about your society.
I mean, I guess I'll get the... I'll go in sort of one step at a time, and I'll get the Delta Union on board with some high-intensity negotiations. But at the same time, is it just me, or is this... Can I only integrate species that I'm in a coalition with? Because if that's the case, it's going to be a bit difficult to get the Bolians on board with what I'm doing. Mind you, maybe when I integrate all the coalition members, I'll be able to join their coalition and then take things from there. I suppose that's... I didn't really think of it like that. I suppose that's going to be an option too. All right.
Ships upgraded.
Ships upgraded. Well, some of them have been upgraded. Hold on just a second. Fleet manager. Yeah, I think this will fix itself once the ships are upgraded. I think that's how it works. But anyways, the fleet power for the second fleet went from 1.9, I think, to 2.6 thousand with some upgrades. Mind you, both to the Columbia and Emmett class, as well as the... Oh yeah, we just have Emmett classes here. Yeah, as a result of upgrading both types of ships, not just retrofitting from the NX series, but still... significant enough improvement, I suppose. Significant enough to fight the Romulans? Not yet. I want them to expand a little bit more. See, they're doing great, really. They really are. Expanding in this direction. It's all going well for them. I kind of do want to get over here, though, and try and take this group out, because I don't know what they are. But I think they're just like regular pirates or something. At 2.1 thousand strength. The second fleet is going to have its work cut out for it. But if we combine the second and first... I think we're going to be just fine. And it's going to be the first bit of real big space combat we're going to see in a while. So, honestly, I think I'm down for that as soon as the other ship upgrades. Oh, and I did decide to upgrade some of the science vessels as well. Figure it's I'll figure it's about time, right? How's Mars doing?
Ships upgraded.
Well, we are reunifying with it ever so slowly. So, we'll get there eventually. Tractor beam. Yes, I think finally, right? Yep, we can finally get tractor beams and no longer have to rely on those primitive grapplers. And now, cultural exchange. Yes, thank you very much. That is going to be amazing. Obviously, whilst all of that is happening, I also probably will want to start building a second set of buildings in all of the member worlds of the Federation. So, let's get to it. Starfleet Science Division. Monthly loyalty, a research speed modifier. Alright. Science Division it is. Tele Prime. Academy Campus. I mean, these are fairly useless, because, like, 5... It's a really unique slot, and you can get really unique buildings and unique bonuses that influence the entire game, all of your systems and everything forever. Or you can get something like this, like, you know, Off-World Foundry or whatever. You know, not only does it lower loyalty, it produces 11 alloys for the price of 12 minerals, which is a great deal, but why not just build an alloy thing on one of your many planets and just be done with it like that? I mean, it doesn't really make much sense otherwise, I suppose. So I'm going to go with just the Science Division everywhere, because I really want that science bonus. This, I mean, even like planet build speed plus 10%. What? For that much upkeep? What? Who cares what they build? I don't. Plus, it's the capital. It's already built up. Like, come on. Think, people. Think. I mean, even Emporium Aid Agency, I guess, is... And even Aid Agency, like, 20 unity is nothing. No. Starfleet Garrison is the only one that kind of makes sense. Along with maybe this. There's the defense platform limit at the cost of subjects' alloys. Maybe. But as far as I'm concerned, there's only one thing that you need to be getting here, and that's the Science Division. Everything else is just not useful, or not as useful and not as relevant. For a third, fourth, fifth slot or whatever, if I know that there aren't that many, but, you know, if there were an infinite amount of slots, then yeah, you can eventually get all of them, but the way it is, it's... No. Just no. Okay, do I want to keep this? I don't think so. Maybe I didn't notice it when I initially got the thing. Who knows? Who knows? Let's get to work. Oh, I am building, or I did send this guy over here to build a science station, or a Starfleet science station around Saturn. It's a unique building, and it's like a science base for the entire Federation, basically. That's the TLDR of it. And it's pretty darn interesting, not gonna lie. I think it provides some kind of bonuses later down the line. The Suliban have declared rivalry. Okay. I will rival them right back. I have no problems with rivaling you whatsoever. Matter of fact, Enterprise is in the area, so you might want to reconsider just how much you hate me and why. Okay, I don't actually have any... Oh, I don't need you to harm relations with the Cardassians anymore. So that's one envoy I've freed up. Right, mining stations. We're getting stuff up, I mean, that's, I think, really... Crime level continues to drop on Pajam. Local authorities have been able to focus their efforts on thwarting the illegal enterprise by the Orion Trade Union on the planet. Closes down the branch office. This is why I will never play a syndicate corporate empire. Because, I mean, look, it takes a lot of resources to start opening up those illegal branch offices on planets, and then randomly, due to a random event, just like that, your branch office closes down and you lose everything. And, like, the idea of these kinds of empires is to keep yourself small and keep to a limited number of planets and sectors, and then just expand via those branch offices across the galaxy, but you keep losing them. It's like, you keep investing, you keep losing them. Sure enough, maybe that, you know, it paid for itself and then some by staying on Pajam for a while. That, you know, maybe it leached off some of the resources, or maybe it produced enough to pay for itself, but it just seems stupid and counterintuitive. Like, you keep losing them, you keep rebuilding them, there's no sense of progress or permanence, you just hoard resources and it doesn't really get you anywhere. Like, what's the end goal there, right, I suppose, is my question, right? Yeah. That entire rant aside, I don't mind people playing with this, don't get me wrong. If syndicate trade unions and ruthless capitalists are your favourite empire to play in the game, all power to you, like, great, I just don't see the appeal for me personally. I'd much rather play something like the Dominion, or even that kind of style of play in the game whereby... Just a second. Whereby you work to vassalize others rather than controlling them directly. And like, I can see the appeal to that, and I did have a Dominion playthrough. Pretty short one, but I really liked it, like to vassalize people around you, and that was fun. Like, that worked. It was fun to play. I understood the point of it, and there was progression, right? But with this, it's like, I don't know, why am I doing all of this? I guess I don't really see it. Is the problem? But yeah. Okay, we're gonna need to wait a little while longer for all of this, I suppose. Okay. Tell you what, I'm gonna do something very smart here. Instead of randomly clicking on empires for all eternity, I am going to go here, and I'm going to take a look at these guys. So these are all Federation, either members of the Federation or members of the Coalition. And then Grazer Herd, they're a pre-warp species as well. So the next, how do I put this, like the next best thing, quote unquote? Why do the Kalar hate me so much? They hate me more than the Cardassians and the Romulans. That's tiny touch odd, I guess. Mind you, the Zindi don't look in love with me either. Let's... Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate, not gonna lie. Okay, I thought we were over this entire animosity between us. I guess not. Ferengi Regalian Consortium. I suppose... No, not really. Not even the Regalians, right? They would accept vassalization. The Regalian Consortium would accept vassalization from me. Because of relative power. Wow, okay. So you don't have to join me. Obviously I can't do this yet because I'm lacking influence. It's going to cost a lot. Well, actually not even that much, 150. Does it cost more if I go, yeah, if I go with holdings it costs more. And then I don't need your resources either, I mean... Honestly, I'm pretty happy with this, and then eventually I'll just integrate you.
Technology discovered.
Do you know what? That's good. I like that. I like that very much. Mind you, if they're gonna accept vassalization from me... I like that. That's very good. Maybe someone else will. Yeah, they're in a coalition, so they won't. That's unfortunate. Zindi? Suspicious attitude. But mind you, if I get rid of the suspicious attitude, they will accept colonization from me. And I can turn them into a protectorate. With integration permitted. They're gonna do it. They're gonna do it. I just need to get them from suspicious to friendly. And I will get them there in a little bit. I can, yeah, I'm gonna start integrating people left, right, and center by the looks of things. Also don't need to improve relations with the Denobulans anymore. That's entirely useless. Okay. Okay, yeah. You know what? I'm digging this pacifist approach. Just slowly integrating everything. I really am. Alright. Now the only question that remains as we steadily improve, I mean, pretty much everything, right? Multi-mission vessel Yorktown class, yes please. Yeah, I mean, I'll always click this, just for the simple reason of I like getting a little bit of influence. Unity, sorry. Yeah, it's a tad annoying, I understand after a time, but regardless, here we are, right? Where was I going with this? Yeah, so now the only question is who do we integrate first, how do we go about that, and who do we fight with first? And for that I need to consort the wiki again. So, Rise of the Federation. The First Klingon War, 2256 to 2257. Right, post-war reconstruction, the growing peace, Romulan. War with the Romulans. 2156 to 2160. Yeah, we're a bit past that, but tell you what, though. I still think we're going to do it. We have the fleets. We have the means. We have the determination. Why not? It's getting a bit dull. I mean, it is impressive that we keep integrating stuff and all that. That's fine. That's never up for debate. The Shellyak is also nice. Terrific. Hated the guts. Absolutely despise that species. Sorry, it's not a very Federation thing to say, but from the show and everything, they were terrible. Okay, let's get ready for that war. How are we going to do that? Well, Captain Travis Mayweather, another candidate for Admiralty. Well, we certainly aren't lacking any admirals. Travis Mayweather. Whoa. Travis Mayweather. Travis Mayweather. Why now? 32 and Gale Speed and Scout. He's really not as good as Reed, which I mean, I guess that makes sense, right? Given their jobs and all that. He looks at. I'm sorry, I'm gonna. It feels a bit weird talking about this, but the face does not match the actor from Enterprise. And what I mean by that is, it was Anthony Montgomery, right? And I totally have that on the second monitor, sorry. No, I don't remember the actor, but yes, it was Anthony Montgomery that played him. This looks like another actor whose name escapes me right now, but it looks like a different actor. And that's fine. I mean, Malcolm Reed doesn't look like the actor that plays Malcolm Reed, but it also doesn't look like a different actor. This looks very much like a different actor that I'm aware of, I just don't remember the name of. And it's really weirding me out a little bit, I suppose, but never mind. Let's not talk about that right now. Let's go over to Fleet Manager and create a new fleet. That we can do. And this fleet, I think I'm going to compose it of just Columbia-class ships. It's going to take 3,000 alloys to build, but honestly, that's not even that much. Considering the raw amount of power that we'll be getting from this. And I cannot emphasize enough how much I love the fact that the two star bases are working together to produce these fleets. Andoria sector has reached Tier 2. What does that do for me? Okay, thank you very much, but what does that do for me? So, Federation Justice System, Subject Modifier, Overlord Modifier. Field an additional Envoy. Governing Cap. Gain Technology, FTL, Inhibition, and stuff like that. Okay. Overlord Modifier, Naval Capacity, Military Ship Upkeep, reduced by 10. Wow! That's 10 for each member of the Federation. That is... And then, okay, subject doesn't matter, but overall, I don't care about subject modifiers. They're just one planet. That it's really irrelevant. But overlord modifiers are really important, like research alternatives. Naval capacity, ship upkeep again goes down. Another envoy. Leader level cap. Wow, this is like actually important. Not to sound ungrateful and all that, but it's actually really like good. I expected them to just be like token worlds that don't really do anything, but no, with these upgrades, this is actually like amazing. Huh. I mean, what can I say? Lovely. Build an observation tower and we can formally start conversations. Build an observation tower. How do I do that? Like, the problem is you have your own space. And I can't build it because it's not within my borders. I mean, I'm guessing I just have to wait for you to leave the atomic age and become a warp-capable species, prime directive and all, right? We can't accept non-warp, a species that hasn't achieved warp capabilities into the Federation. Even though that does seem a tiny bit contradictory to... not contradictory, but... what's the word I'm looking for? Hypocritical, given the fact that... or given the history of warp development on Earth and how it... well, again, not really, I suppose, right? We just have to let them figure it out for themselves and then step in, kind of like the Vulcans did, right? Yeah, I mean, I see the wisdom in it. Never mind. I see the wisdom in it. It's fine. Though, honestly, to integrate them right now when they're in an atomic age and talking with us, like, I mean, they also had a multi-species conference there and everything. You know. Yeah, knowledge sharing conference, there we go. So, like... it's a bit dodgy how we're handling this, but okay. Declare war! War is waged to demand a trade embargo, reducing their food production, mineral production, energy and unity by 25%. And it requires a unanimous vote. Tell you what, I'm just going to close that right now for about 100 or so days and wait. Pulse phase cannon. Ooh, that's good. Until right. I've reached level 2 as well. Betazoid houses, hello! I am very, very pleased to see you indeed, because you are going to be the next member of the Federation. Establish embassy. And then we're gonna take things from there, I suppose. I'm waiting for someone to vote no. Everyone voted yes. I'm waiting for someone to vote no. Everyone voted yes. Okay. I need to look up something. Here's what I'm thinking right now. Revenge Wars. What do they give me? And there's not much available in terms of information. Okay, so we have been wronged and our people demand revenge. Claim our revenge. Not a very Federation thing to do again, but at the same time, what does that mean? Probably nothing, honestly. You know what? Yes. The first Romulan War is happening. Obviously, the Federation objected to this. Juggernaut, you voted no. Shush, we need to roleplay this. The Federation objected to this, but There was talk of war, but it was the Romulans. Yes, it was the Romulans that fired the first shot, and now it's all up in flames. They attacked the Saurians, is what they did. They attacked the Saurian League. Yep, that is what happened. Why the Romulans would attack a technologically and militarily superior foe, I don't know, but they did. They thought the Federation was weak and wouldn't defend the Saurian League. That's what they thought. So yeah, there you go. We could also say that they were encouraged by their previous success against the Xinti Patriarchy, which is not even like I'm actually serious about that. They probably were. So there you go. Okay, battle stations. Get our science ships out of the area. Do I get Enterprise in on the fight? I probably should, shouldn't I? Yes, I should. It's a really good ship. Oh, and I can upgrade some of these vessels again. That's a little bit unfortunate, considering I just did that. And do they have to go back to Sol? No, they can upgrade at naval depots as well, which is pretty good. I don't think that's also, I think, kind of new. I know you can't do that in vanilla Stellaris, but I think other races can't do that either, at least not most of them. Like, to upgrade ships, you need to get them to a shipyard in 9 times out of 10. But it would appear that the Federation doesn't play by the rules, or doesn't play by those rules, at least. Which is good, don't get me wrong, I approve of that, like, excellent, but you know, same time. Knowledge sharing conference. We're now 3rd. Yeah, we're rank 3. Klingon 4, Cardassian Romulan 6. Yeah. Oh no. Okay, they changed their minds. Thank the Lord Almighty. See, what they did is they came here, and I thought they were going to fight these pirates, and if they did, that would have been the end of the Romulan war fleet. And for a good bit there, I thought like the war is going to fight itself, and it's going to end itself also. But turns out no. Yeah, the National Envelopment Network is not going to be pleased with what I'm doing. Not one bit. Sorry about that. I mean, not much I can do, right? Can I make claims? We cannot claim any of their systems. Okay, fair enough. You know what's really sad about this? I'm going to have to roleplay this and end the war the way it historically ended. By setting up the Romulan neutral zone. But I love the Romulans. I'm going to give them, give them a hand at being a mage power in the Alpha Quadrant after defeating them. Rather, I'm going to let them resort, eh? Well, for unity, happiness, not terrible. You don't make us though we're at war. You see, what I would really like is to sort of give them a hand at what the hell? The Klingons just up and claimed it. Fine. But by setting up the neutral zone, I feel like I'm going to lose more than they did. Or than they will. Galactic conflict. Investigate the Saurian League Romulan Empire War. No, we're a part of it. There's no real point. Be a dispute and establish a neutral zone. I'm going to do that later. Expand diplomatic outreach. No, let's just review this integration process. So it now takes 150 influence and 300 of each resource to do high-intensity negotiations. Still a bit expensive, but hey. It's our pretty much only way of annexing empires, so don't really have a choice, I suppose. Most importantly now, I'm curious, the most important thing right now, and the most vital thing of all, is where is Enterprise. Jupiter Science Station is done. Now I can talk to them and see what's going on. So what is the purpose of this facility? Due to the amount of folks required, produce one vessel at a time. New vessels become available as research and new technologies. Okay. Recruit a scientist. I can visit... Research rare or special technologies. Okay. Was that researched or was that research? Yeah, it is research, not researched. Okay. Fine, I suppose. I thought I already had those. But I guess not. Okay. Get me the first fleet. To go like that. Second fleet to go there. We're going to split them up and make some more interesting combat. The third and fourth Romulan fleet are, or fleets are in Devron. The Saurians are attacking an outpost already. There's no fighting happening over here, which is important. It's all focused on this area, which is where the neutral zone is going to be, so I suppose that's only fair, right? Destroyer First Guards. 1,400 power. For a species that only has one planet, that is... I mean, technically they're a member of the Federation, yada yada yada, but on a pragmatic level, they have control over only one planet and only over their own resources of that planet, and that still they're able to produce two pretty darn massive fleets, honestly.
Construction complete.
All things considered, I am very much impressed. Okay. Just make sure we don't... what are you doing? Sorry, there's a construction ship of the Saurians that just provoked the... pirates here. They have some interesting looking weapons. At least we got to see them, you know. That's the thanks to the sacrifice of that Saurian science vessel. A bit sad, but a bit morbid as well. But you know, it is what it is. Let's get a dilithium manufactory in Sirius, because we're gonna have more ships, and that's gonna end up using a little bit more dilithium.
Construction complete.
Well, it would appear that the Romulans have decided to attack the Saurian exclave here. Or is it an enclave? I genuinely forgot the difference between the two. There's a difference between exclave and enclave. It's kind of like when you have a bit of territory that's like this, separated away from the mainland. Like, what's a good example? It's like some of the colonial or former colonial, I guess technically still kind of colonial holdings that France has in French Guiana, in South America, or Kaliningrad for Russia and Europe. There's a whole heap of tiny little examples like that in the Balkans as well, but they're pretty obscure and most people haven't heard of them. So yeah, but there's a difference between enclave and exclave, and I don't remember what the difference is. But it's one of the two. Anyways, they decided to attack this small little outpost, I guess, of the Saurians in their territory first. Which is fine. Allow special member world research programs to be undertaken. I don't know what that is, and therefore I shall get it. I'm not quite sure I understand the logic behind that. Well, the logic is it might be cool, but everything else that I have so far isn't that interesting, so that's kind of my logic behind it. Okay. Captain Charles Tucker is going to... What the hell is this? Why is there lightning? Tucker, what did you do? Why is there lightning leaving the
Initiating communications.
Ships that you're leading? It's shuttlecraft? I think? Yeah, it's shuttles. We've launched shuttles into what looks like the abyss, and yeah, that's how we're dealing with this apparently. All right, I don't mind. I really don't. Fine, good. Looks like we might lose the USS Chaggaris? Chaggaris, I'm assuming. No, it's fine. We've fixed up the ship apparently. Claim influence cost. We're not going to be claiming much. Let's go with trust. NX discovery plans. Ah, right. It's from the thing, isn't it? Yes, it is. Also component NX class explorer. NX Endeavour refit. But I already have that, don't I? Well, have it or not, I guess we're going to find out. Oh, no, retreat, what the hell is this? What manner of fresh hell have I walked into? Holy mother of everything good and holy in the world. Malcolm Reed, welcome to Starfleet. Well, I guess you've been a member of Starfleet for a long while now, but what I mean is, welcome to... your first Admiralty. Your job is to go ahead and rescue your former shipmates, because, I mean, Tucker's doing fine. He might lose a ship, but he's holding it together pretty well. Archer, though, is not gonna... Yeah, he just lost an Emmett-class ship attacking the, Ooh, yeah, this is not good. Not good at all. This is, yeah, okay. Fleet manager, reinforce everything. 6 days until we can jump to warp and get out of here. Get out of there. That is 3.1 thousand worth of... Yeah, that is not good. That is just not good. Okay, Trip did much better, though. And is this a planet being colonized by the Romulans? I feel sorry for you. You're gonna lose it. We might be able to help the Andorians with their attack over here, but Devron is a fortress that we're not going to be able to get through. Yeah, never mind. We need to get over here to defend the Saurian world. About this station. That station is 2,000. Okay, Plan B. The war isn't exactly going as we've expected, which is good. Because I do want it to be a little bit exciting. Again, it's all about the roleplay. I'm gonna have to change my attitude a little bit to... Well, like everything, basically. To my attitude about the war and how I'm conducting it. I need to not focus on space stations because my ships just aren't good enough to take them out without a care in the world and confidently just plow through different defensive installations. Instead, I need to focus on eliminating as many... Interceptor fleet. Oof. As many of the Romulan warships as possible. Yeah, we have the majority vote, pretty much. At least I would assume. So, yeah, probably.
Engaging enemy fleet.
Engaging enemy fleet. Yes. Okay, engage the enemy fleet. I'm just hoping that this battle will be over before all the reinforcements get here. Because one at a time I can take them on, but if they all attack me together, it's going to be a little bit of a problem. Okay, so... we also have a short-range frigate now, the Discovery class. I swear to you, I really don't understand the purpose of these. I really don't, I'm sorry. What's the point of a vessel like this? Short-range frigate. I mean, even light cruisers are a bit out of date now, but fine. Troop transports, I really don't understand either, unless I can put troops in them, which I don't think I can, so what's the point? Endeavour class refit. I like this. Yeah, I like this. I'm going to go with an Endeavour class refit on these ships. Obviously not right now. It's going to happen eventually, but... yeah, like this I can understand. This is good. Or, actually, why do that? What? No. What? No, Columbia is fine. Columbia is fine. This was a Explorer. So, Endeavour class refit, and then prototype hull modules. And then like that. The class already comes with, I think. Okay, Endeavour class. And I can compare them as well, which I guess is kind of the point of the whole exercise. Crew bunks, EPS manifold, inertial dampeners, or a science station afterburners. What do I want? Inertial dampeners is +2 chance to evade. Putting it at 12. Low profile is inertial dampeners, I think. Oh, mind you, no, because of the lack of power. Okay. Hardening field, regen and a little bit of points. Hull points. +1% of each. Armor. I think this field thing, right? Yeah, but I can't do it, unfortunately. Okay. Put a fusion reactor on it, just so we can get... inertial dampeners on. Yeah, that's what we're going to go with. So this is the Columbia, this is the Endeavour refit. I know we also have a Yorktown, a multi-mission ship, Poseidon, and a heavy cruiser. These are fascinating. They really are. I really like these. EPS manifold, tactical, and secondary plasmidine relay on it. And save like that. Poseidon has pretty much everything it needs, I think, already. I'm going to give it engineering instead, mostly so I can save it as a custom ship like this. Okay, now, very importantly, fleet manager, and let's say the 4th fleet, which for some reason has a Columbia class ship on it. Fine, whatever. Yorktown, Poseidon, Endeavour, Columbia. Columbia. Endeavour class refit. Is that the difference? Okay. So the Endeavour class is just better in pretty much every way, shape, and form. Okay, at least according to that. But mind you, it's not... Give me a new fleet. Add designs. These two, pretty much identical. Okay, I'm happy. Expand the fleet. And this, I really don't know what this is. So I guess we'll just leave it like that. Maybe it's the fleet reinforcing one of the
construction complete
things. Who knows? We actually didn't offer them a association status. That's... That's interesting. They voted no. I guess maybe because we're at war and they're a little bit concerned about adding new members or whatever. Okay, let's use the 1st fleet to enter orbit here. And we're going to have to fight these birds of prey. The birds of prey? Oh, yeah, the birds of prey. I got it right. Okay, wow, look at that. Now that is a Romulan Federation war. That is awesome. Okay. At least the battle's going to be brief, but there's another fleet approaching, and they are in combat already with me. Are there any more in warp? No. Okay. Well, at least some good news, right? We've taken out most of the initial birds of prey. I mean, there's no point in watching anything else. We might as well look at the fighting over here. We've taken out most of the initial birds of prey. These are the secondary ones. These are the reinforcing ones from the vassal empire coming in. We have the station here fighting with us, which is vital, because it's it might not do a lot of damage, but ooh, that's a very heavily damaged ship. Ouch. How are we doing? The USS Cavalry is heavily damaged. The USS Chagres has retreated. And shields are down on Endeavour, the flagship. Actually, is it? No, I don't think that's the flagship. The flagship should be in the second fleet. Or maybe it is. Slayton and Discovery. Their shields are also down. Okay. I think we're going to win this without much trouble. Once again, probably because of the First Federation. Yes, this is the Fallen Empire. Mostly because of this station here, because it's not going to do a lot of damage, like I said, but it has 9,000 hull points, and they are hitting it instead of my ships. So, I mean, not primarily, but yeah, there you go. So it was being hit up until now, which is good for me. There's more ships coming in. Jesus, how many? There's 9 more Romulan ships coming in. Interceptor and Bird of Prey class. Where's the third fleet? Reed, get there far. I mean, Reed only has 2 ships. There's 2 Columbia classes, but they're still gonna help. Okay. And we no longer have this station. I think we've lost a ship there. Yeah, we've lost a Liberty class, I think. No, we'll send reinforcements, but I'm thinking about I'm not thinking about. I am retreating. Better part of Valor, right? Because I mean that station is down. Does it think it's still fighting? Oh, no. We're going to have to fight this fleet as well, and I really think I'm about to lose a few ships. And I don't want to lose a few ships. Ouch. Okay, well, at least reinforcements are on the way, and I do have an alright amount of alloys. Scratch that, we have an infinite amount of alloys. I mean, what are you going to do, right? Desperate times and all that. Okay. That just enables me to rebuild Tripp's fleet in its entirety, should I lose it. Now the question is, should I retreat? I need the UI, sorry. USS Ramirez is about to go down. We've lost the Ramirez. It was an Intrepid class. We're losing ships left and right, but I think the Romulans lost their nerves first. They retreated. how many ships did we lose? 2? In the grand scheme of things, that was great, but all our ships are completely knackered. But we did lose only 2, so I guess if we fix them up, that's going to be fine. Meanwhile, the Andorians, along with the help of the Vulcans, managed to take over this system. So it now belongs to Andoria. Meanwhile, I'm just going to have to... Yeah, I'm going to repair these ships, wait for reinforcements, and wait for Archer's fleet to return to...
Construction complete.
Our space. 2 Romulan interceptors detected over there. They're not a problem. Okay, that was very fun and very action-packed and all of those things, but for now... I don't have anywhere to send you, do I? I mean, you can get. I guess you can go over there. And you can survey that place. I mean, Enterprise, after all of that, is still surveying the Vaca system. Mind you, it's found a treasure trove, which will, in no small part, affect the war. Thank you, Enterprise. But at the same time, like, this is a bit ridiculous. Alright, fine. Yeah, I mean, fine, I guess I don't know what else to tell you. Just build that station over there, and that's fine. Tell you what, though, we're going to have to continue this next time. Thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. There's a lot to do with the economy. I think I'm going to manage some of these planets off camera a little bit, just to focus on the war next episode. We're going to fix up our ships, and we're going to continue. Mind you, the point of this entire war is an exercise in futility in many ways, because I don't get much out of it. I mean, all I'm going to get is, like, the satisfaction of fighting them, and yeah, I guess I'll neuter the Romulan Empire for a while, but I don't get much material wealth and gains out of it, so I guess that's fine. The neutral zone will be pretty fun, though. Anyways, thank you very much for watching. Like, subscribe down below if you enjoyed the video, and stay tuned with the rest of the content that I produce on the channel. Until next time, have fun, take care, and bye-bye.